It was all about Jason and also Dante this week on General Hospital, and what a week it was. It was the first full week of the new writer's material, and it was a breath of fresh air. Every episode was fantastic, and even some of the less important stories like Marshall and his diagnosis, and Nina and the silly gossip columnist were tolerable. Plus, we got a break from the servicey story, as well as Finn and Liz. It felt like an entirely different soap, and I'm excited to finally get some answers about Jason and see where the new writers take the other stories. The show wasted no time on Monday revealing Jason was on the roof of the warehouse with an associate who was the one aiming at Sunny. It was also pretty evident he bumped the guy so he missed his shot, so obviously he doesn't want Sunny dead. Given he then tried to help Dante after the guy shot him, it was clear he hadn't been brainwashed. Still, the question remains, where has he been and what is going on? Unfortunately, we didn't get answers this week, but General Hospital spoilers indicate we will next week. Joan, not Jagger, Kate's and Sunny's argument over Karen and Stone was amazingly well acted. I was not watching back then, so it was a welcomed recap from the characters themselves. It seemed, though, as they had two different recollections of what Sunny did and why he did it. The look on Ava and Spinelli's faces when they saw Jason, and later Maxie's reaction to the image of him, were all priceless. Ava telling Sunny, "Some things you have to see for yourself," instead of telling him about Jason was fantastic, but still, Sunny refused to believe Jason was after him. The dynamic between Sunny and Ava in these scenes was electric, and though I've repeatedly said in these columns I would rather they not cross the romantic line, even I was leaning into the screen when it seemed they were about to kiss on Thursday. Their connection continued into Friday's episode with them only hugging, but looking deeply into each other's eyes. Then Olivia walked in with news on Dante, ruining the moment. As Nina later begged Ava to help her save her marriage to Sunny, Ava agreed but couldn't help but think about the moment she shared with her friend's husband earlier. I would also hate to see Nina and Ava's friendship end over Sunny, but this is a classic juicy triangle in the making. Given Sunny has Dante and now Jason to worry about, I guess he didn't feel like dealing with the fact that Joss brought Dex back to Port Charles. Plus, they didn't help save Dante, so Sunny owes Dex. Now, though, Dex is telling Michael it's best he leave again. "Sing your butt down, boy. We know you weren't going anywhere." I can't wait to see Dex and Jason come face to face. It was no real shock that Jason, who had been shot, went to Carly of all people for help. Still, the reunion played out fantastically, with Jason waiting for Carly to come home and making himself known by calling out to her from her dark living room. Unfortunately, she didn't have much time to process Jason's return between having to bandage his wound and Anna and John coming to search her house for him. It's going to be a long weekend, but that was an amazing cliffhanger. Dante getting shot right after he saw Jason on the pier had me scream out an expletive. That was a major unexpected twist. The scenes with Sam, Olivia, and the others at the hospital waiting on news on Dante were also amazing. I can't stop saying how amazing this entire week has been, frankly. Dante's shooting finally gave us Rocco's return, just as I was wondering where the kid was last week. They prominently featured both Rocco and Danny, both dealing with not just Danny's shooting, who is also a father figure to Danny now, but Danny's missing Jason. The scenes of Carly and Laura talking to the boys about what they were feeling were well done. Then there was poor Drew, who was just there and not really doing anything. Next week, it looks like Jake gets busted for having Danny's vape on him. With Jason back, it would be nice to have more scenes with the younger crowd. Maxie calling Cody and Sasha out for meddling in her love life and telling them to start taking their own advice and focus on themselves was a fun scene and great advice. And while everyone grieves on their own timescale, this whole bit with Cody constantly saying, "I just like spending time with you," and "if this happens, it happens," is getting old. At the end of the day, this is a soap opera, and the audience is here for romance, fun, and adventure. Hopefully, the fact that they both admitted they enjoy spending time together and Sasha saying they don't have to come up with a reason to do so means their storyline will get a little push. Maxie ending up getting arrested with Spinelli by John was fun, but silly, as there was no reason for him to arrest Maxie, as Spinelli was clearly the one he was after. I laughed at Maxie telling him she has no idea how these computer things work.